Hi, my name's Helene and I am from Springbok Craft Company, and if you're watching this video, you probably purchased one of our DIY kits. This video will give you all you need to know to get started on your leather craft journey. Things you might find helpful would be a binder clip, craft glue, or masking tape. You can use any of these three things to keep your wallet together as you stitch it. Personally, I recommend the binder clip as your best option. You can also do it without any of these things and you can just hold it together. And that's the method I'm going to show you today. You're also going to need a lighter and you're also going to need a pair of scissors. And let's open it up and let's make one. So I have the leather coin pouch one here. You can see that on the back of the car, and there's the leather coin pouch. And this is what we're going to make. So the first thing we have to do is we're going to just get all these pieces out. This kit has 3 pieces of leather and it comes with a key ring as well. And you're going to have this little envelope which says get your craft on, and it's going to have all the little things in here. So we're going to open that up. Take out these things here. So this one is for the end. These 2 items, the sandpaper and the canvas, are for the end. So we're just going to put that to the side for now. So the first thing we have to do is we have to assemble the wallet to stay in place. This part is easy if you're not going to be using the glue or the masking tape or the binder clip. You just basically put it together and line up all the holes. So we're going to just line up the holes like that. And we're just going to put it down. We're going to add the small piece later, okay? So we're going to cut a length of thread that is 6 times the stitch length here. So that's 6 times this amount. So it's just basically, you're just going to eyeball it kind of. So I'm going to do this. And then I'm going to, this is the thread length of 1. So I'm going to do that 6 times. So that's 2. And 6. So I'm just going to cut it. There we go. So that's the length of thread we're going to use. Remember, that's 6 times this amount. All right, so now we have to thread the needle. This part is probably the most tricky. It's not really that tricky, but here we have these special leather craft needles. They're not super pokey. They're not sharp. They're a little dull and a little rounded, so that when we style stitch, we don't stab ourselves. That's a nice feature. Okay, so you're going to pass the needle through. Right here, through the eye of the needle. Okay, so pull it through. See that? And now you're going to bring this end over and you're going to try to pierce the thread with this point. Okay, so we're going to try it. So I just pierced the thread and now you have this. So you have it going through the eye of the needle, and then you pierce the top of this thread just like that with the needle point. And you're going to pull it all the way down. Okay? We'll do it one more time for the other needle. Okay. And now it looks like that, and you're just going to tug this, the longer side, and you're just pull it until it locks around the eye of the needle. And you're going to finish with that. Okay? So we're going to do it one more time. We're going to go through the eye of the needle, just like this. You bring it all around, and you're going to pierce it. Okay, see that? Some people like to do it multiple times just to keep the thread on, but I just do it one time. You pull it all the way down, and then you pull the longer side. Just like that, and it's locked in. Now you have 2 ends with needles on the end, and this is how we saddle stitch. And we're going to put one side of the needle through this top hole here. All right. We're going to pull it till these threads are evenly spaced between, so that when you pull it like this, both threads are exactly same distance apart. Okay, so we're going to start with this top one, the one that's sticking out here, and you're going to just keep your finger right at the bottom to keep it from moving around. And then you're going to take this needle, you're going to thread it through this hole, the next hole down here. This part's always the trickiest because we haven't glued it together or anything, but you see that? And we're going to pull that one through. And you're going to pull it all the way. Don't pull it too hard because you don't want to unbalance the needles and the thread length. So you're just going to pull it and you're going to drop the needle. Okay? And then you're going to put your finger on the needle that you just dropped, that thread, and you're going to hold it down. It's important to hold it down because you don't want the needle to pierce the thread when you put it through, or else it'll create a weak bond and it'll snag and you'll have to undo it. So we're going to get the other needle, the sides, I'm going to put it through, poke it through. And now you can pull this a little tighter because we've created our first stitch. See that? And now the needles are on opposite ends again. Okay, so we're going to start this side again, and we're going to put the next needle, we're going to pierce the next hole. We're just going to poke that through. You're going to pull it all the way through. You put your thumb there and get this needle and you're going to push it through the other side. And then you're going to do it again. Okay. We're just going to keep going. I'm just going to do this for the whole thing. For the regular wallet that we have as a DIY kit, you can just continue along. But if you're doing the coin pouch, we're going to add this part right here. You definitely don't have to add it if you don't want, just kind of an extra feature if you'd like to. But I'll show you how to add this piece, and if you don't want it, just keep going as you've been going until we have to do our back stitches. Alright, so when you have 7 holes left, including the very last one, count that there's 7 holes, you're going to match up this piece with the next 3 holes. So you're just going to line them up like so. Okay. And you're going to do exactly what you've been doing with your saddle stitch. You're just going to pop it through. Okay. And you see that we've punctured it perfectly. And now what you're going to do is you're going to add the key ring. Okay. You put the key ring there. You're going to fold it down. And you're going to push this matching hole over onto the needle. Okay, you see that? Do it again. So make sure you put your key ring in. You're going to push this hole. You're going to try to use your needle in the hole and move it around until you get it into the hole there. Okay? And you're going to pull. And here, you're going to do your stitch again. It's down. Might be tricky to find the holes here, so you just have to, you can always separate it a bit to make sure you get it into the hole. Okay? So it can be a little tricky there. You're just going to pull. This part is important to pull really tight here. Okay. And you're going to do the same thing. You're just going to sew these little pieces here. Do the last one here. This one should be a little easier. There we go. Again, pull really tight. You want these stitches to be in pretty strong here. Again, pull tight. And we're going to finish it off here. And we're going to do our back stitches. So once you've gone through all threads, we're going to do a back stitch. Back stitch is exactly what you think it is. We're going to do 2.5 back stitches. I'll show you why it's half a back stitch here. Okay. So you're going to go back through the hole that you just came from. On the side, you're going to go back. You're basically doing the exact same thing, but just backwards. Okay. This part is important to make sure you don't pierce any of the threads. Just going to go backwards here. Make sure to pull tight. We're going 1. Now we're going 2, second hole. We're going to go more here. So we've done 2 now, and this is what I mean by 2.5. So we're just going to we're going to leave the one that's at the back, and we're going to just take this one, and we're going to go through the back here. So now, when you're finished, we have done 2.5 stitches. When you're finished, you're going to have both needles hanging from the back side there, okay? You're going to get a pair of scissors. You're going to pull tight first. Then you get a pair of scissors. You're going to snip fairly close. Okay? See that? Fairly close. You're going to get your lighter. And you're going to just let it melt. And push down with your fingers. Okay. And there you have it. You've stitched your first wallet. So now the next part, we're going to actually burnish it. Burnishing is basically just finishing off these edges here. Your kit also comes with these 2 pieces that we brought out earlier. And you're just going to sand until it's pretty aligned. It helps to put your paper on the table, your sandpaper on the table, and actually sand it like this. It's a little more effective. But don't overdo it too much. You just kind of want it pretty flush. But yeah, just do it till you're happy with it. And then we're going to burnish it. It's pretty good. The burnishing kind of just, it basically creates a seal on it with friction. So water really helps with that process. So all you're going to do is you're going to get your water, you're going to dip your finger in, and you're just going to lightly, don't soak it, just lightly cover it. And you're going to get your canvas, and you're just going to rub it like that. So I'm pretty happy with it now, and yeah, we're all done. I hope you enjoyed making your first wallet, and yeah, I hope this is the beginning of something new. So I'll see you in the next video. Go and get your craft on.